Yeah, what it do, good people? What it do?
Alright, we are back. We are back on. Alright. Alright, what's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of Not Forcing Vibes Show. I'm your host, MDO. Also, I got my co-host with me, D-Way.
What's up, bro? What's going on, brother, man? What's going on?
Hey, man, ain't much, bro. We've been down for a couple of days, but we back on now.
Yeah,
Episode 9. Episode 9.
Yeah, we took a nice little break for a minute, man. Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how's everything going out there, man? Is that pollen treating you good, or do y'all have any pollen?
Got too much of it. I'm allergic to the shit, so I can't be fucking around with it. Crazy part, I just took my car to get washed yesterday. I took it to get washed today.
Yeah, the car washes are making a lot of money right now, man.
It's that time of year. You somebody like me that's allergic to it. Shit, I gotta goddamn go take it.
Sure.
Bullshit out here with this.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of folks go through it with this pollen, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. Take your Sudafeds, take your Zyrtec. I mean, take whatever you need, man, to protect you while you're out here, man.
Yep.
It's flower mating season. That's what they call it.
You said it's what?
Flower mating season.
Flower mating season.
Yeah, that's what pollen is, man. It's sperm.
I guess, bro. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, but we back on the show, man. Yeah. We're trying to give everybody some time to get in here for a moment right now. There ain't nobody in here at the moment. I know it's been a little moment. We've been pushing the times back and dates back and everything, but we back on though. Other than that though, D-Way, you got some topics, man? You want to start with the first one?
Yeah, man. You know, I know we usually start off with the sports thing, man, but I had an opportunity to look at that Tyrese and Tank Verzuz, man. I just wanted to kind of get notice to that, man. That was like a time capsule of music, man. And I must say, man, that was some good performing. That was some great events. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed the whole thing. You know what I mean? They said they did it for the ladies, and I know, man, they did it for the ladies too. But the men, man, hey, man, they did it for us too, man. Because boy, it was a serenading night for the women.
It was good though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah. I actually liked it. I almost forgot about it.
Yeah, man. That jump was tough, man. Like, I know we kind of late having a conversation about it, man, but I had to speak on it when I got an opportunity, man. That boy Tyrese and Tank did their thing, man. They did their thing. Like, that was one for the culture for sure.
Yes, sir. All right. What's up, good people? Appreciate y'all coming in. John Thomas, what's up? I see 14 people in here right now. Just like and subscribe to the show. It helps with the visibility of the show, man. We appreciate y'all coming in right now.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the love, man. We're gonna have some pretty good conversation today, man. We see how things lining up. We're gonna keep the conversation on the sports. We're gonna have some conversation with that, you know.
Yeah, appreciate that, John Thomas. Appreciate that, like and subscribe, bro. Appreciate it, man. Definitely. But we finna get the show started, man. Basically, my brother just started out with one of the topics, talking about the Verzuz that he just had. What it was last, I want to say Friday.
Yeah, I believe it was Friday. It was a couple of days back, but man, you ain't seen it, man. Y'all gotta check it out, man. Y'all gotta check it out, man. That's something they put on replay.
Sorry, y'all music producers. John Thomas, I'm an artist, but I can produce music though. So yeah, you can say that. But I'm definitely an artist though, man. Yeah, the show was good though, man. Like I said, as far as like for the music that we used to hear, especially when we grew up listening to and all that, man, the music was good, bro. I was really surprised by Tyrese performance. Some of the music that he had up there, bro. I really forgot he had some hits like that, man. To be honest, that was the surprising part about it, man. He had some hits, bro.
Yeah, man. He performed a track that I didn't think he was gonna perform, because it was like for the people who really listen to his album, a song that I heard that he performed that you really don't hear all the time.
Yeah,
man, he played that track On Top of Me, man. I said, dang, boy, he had his old lady in the back. I know she was goddamn like, bro. It was gonna be a show when he left, goddamn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta give it to them, dude. Man, they had some great performers come out too, man. That was a great part about it, man. Like, I was looking at it, I said, dang, I said, that boy Tyrese had some hits. Tank had some stuff too now.
Tank came with it. I'm gonna say this though. The thing is with Tank, he had more of an advantage because most of his music was a little bit more recent than Tyrese. That's why I was like, that was gonna be the tough part though. But he had some dope music though, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Tank produced a lot of music too. So, you know what I mean, outside of Tyrese possibly producing some, I'm not sure. But I know Tank, you know what I mean, had his hands in on a lot of albums and a lot of music out there too as well. Especially when you brought Jamie Foxx out there, man. That jump was like, I said, these boys goddamn going. Oh, I think he brought out Trey Songz too.
Yeah, he brought out Trey Songz. That was like the last feature performance he had that came out. That was straight though, but I felt like most of the crowd, man, they didn't really get into that one with Trey when he came out though, man.
Oh, for real?
Hey, shout out to everybody that's in here right now. We got 60 people in here right now. Like and subscribe to the show for us, man. We appreciate it. It helps with the visibility of the show, man. Hey, we're gonna try to keep this show going for y'all as much as we can as possible, man. We're trying to make this the best show as we can. Also,
man, y'all hit that like and subscribe.
Also, our goal is to try to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. All right, we appreciate everybody coming in, showing us some love, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, keep supporting us, man. Keep supporting us.
But yeah, man, that show, man, it was really good though, bro. Honestly, it was surprising to me. The whole setup was actually good too, though. Man, like just the whole setup, that was the thing that got me. I was like, dang, that setup different. And then they had the two different bands on both sides that was playing.
Yeah,
man, boy, that was tough, boy. I'm trying to tell you,
that was tough. Like they was on the face off, man. I said, goodness gracious. I said they got two on, but I like what Tyrese did in it too.
Shay.
I like what Tyrese did in it too when he tried to use a featured track with Tank that Prior to You.
Yeah.
Man, I love that he did that, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's that good sportsmanship, man. Even though he had his little moment, man, he did a little extra on a couple of things, but you know what I mean? I gotta give it to him, bro. Tyrese goddamn put it on though, bro.
Tyrese did his thing though. Don't get me wrong. He did his thing, bro. He did his thing.
Tank was cold too, boy. I ain't gonna
Tank had some stuff though, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. Tank had, like I said, most of his music is so recent. That's why it was kind of hard to kind of compete with that a little bit. If Tyrese had like some up to date music, don't get me wrong, the old stuff was good as hell too though. That's why I said some of that old stuff he was singing. It was like, dang, bro, I forgot he had that one. You know what I'm saying? So
he got some new stuff. Well, I won't necessarily say new, but recent. Like, he just had a recent album that came out not too long ago, and man, he got this track, man. You know, for the adults and the grown folk, man. That junk called Bedroom Bully. Man, that
Bedroom Bully.
Yeah, man. It's October London featuring was Tyrese featuring October London. It's called Bedroom Bully, man. And I tell you, that track something serious. Hey, you gotta listen to it.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out too. I don't know about all his new stuff really. I ain't follow Tyrese that much.
If you ever play that thing, man, it's like man, that's almost like a baby boomer track, man. You know, it's a kid.
Shay said she still haven't watched. Well, you could have watched it tonight when it was out.
Yeah,
could have been watching it.
Hey, Shay, take your time. take at least an hour out of your day or your night. You know what I mean? When you sit down, you're gonna get glued. So, you know what I mean? Don't do it on no breaks or anything like that or whatever. When you got some open time, you know what I mean? Check it out, because that was like some
Got it on Apple Music.
moments.
Check it out on Apple Music. They got it on
They
Apple
got it
Music.
on Apple Music too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Got the whole show on there. Yep.
Oh,
that's what I watched it on.
Cold.
It was good.
That joke was fire.
Yeah. Oh, it was good though, for real.
I woke up in the morning, and I was drinking my coffee, and I said, man, I had that junk on blast through the house, man. I said, goodness gracious, this right here, boy, I'm gonna have to run this back a couple times. That joke was tough, man. But yeah, I just want to put it out there, man. Salute to the people who are making good music, man. You know what I mean? Keep it going. You know what I mean? Keep it going with all the good music that's being made. Like I say, you know, we're in the transition of finding good music and finding some good stuff going on out here, man. So salute to the legends and those who are still out there making great music. Man. Y'all keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What else you got on your topic though, man? I just had to throw that out there for the good folks, man.
All right. So all right, tonight's topic, man. So basically we talking about the hottest team in the NBA right now that I think is anyway. The Atlanta Hawks, man. Yeah. I just pulled up what their last 10 look like right now. So even though we know they went on like 11-game winning streak at one point or something like that, I think it was like 11 or 10-game win streak or something like that at one point. But they're 8-2 in the last 10 right now. Their record is 43-33, bro. Now the Atlanta Hawks been on the tear, bro, since that break, since the All-Star break. They just beat the Boston Celtics last night.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. I think that's the second time they played them, I believe.
Yeah, and they just recently beat Detroit Pistons too. So you know what I mean, they take it down.
Yeah, they're beating the top teams in the East definitely right now. Yeah, that's what I said, man. They the hottest team in the league right now, I think. Now the thing is, can they keep it up going into these playoffs though? That's my thing. So let's get into it about these Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks are one of the hottest teams in the NBA, currently holding a fifth seed in the Eastern Conference. With the record is right now, what their record is, I'm tripping.
It's 43-33.
I had it right here. Yeah, 43-33. 43-33 record as of March, but today is the 31st. They have won in that moment. I mean, hold on. They have won 14 out of 15 games, including a recent 130-129 overtime victory against the Detroit Pistons. That was the last couple of days ago. They're first in the Southeast Division, fifth in the Eastern Conference. The team is recently on I don't know what their winning streak is right now. I haven't seen the winning streak, what they on right now, but like I said, they're 8-2 in their last 10 though.
They're on the 2-game winning streak right now.
Yeah, they're 8-2 in their last 10 right now. They're on the 2-game winning streak, so they back on another winning streak. Okay, well, it's a little winning streak. But in one of their recent 11 games winning streaks, which was snapped, they bounced back immediately with more consistent consecutive wins right after. At this point, we're looking at Jalen Johnson. He's leading the team, averaging 22 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. And he's also the team top performer this season. Yeah. So, hey man, the Hawks looking good though, man. They looking real good, bro. I think they don't found they pace right now, bro. Like I said, if they can keep it up into the playoffs, I don't know who can really stop this team, really, to be honest. But the funny, well, we're gonna say in the East. We're not gonna say the West, because like I told you, the team I think that's gonna win the whole thing is gonna be between OKC or San Antonio.
I don't know. You got the Lakers moved up to third place now.
Now I told you I like the Lakers. Don't get me wrong, I like the Lakers. I really do like the Lakers. They kind of giving the same thing that the Hawks giving a little bit. But the problem is with the Lakers, man, it's really, like I said, trying to keep that same energy like that going into the playoffs, playing against these teams in a 7-game series. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only problem with the Lakers. If they can But like this, if they can goddamn knock off one of them juggernaut teams in the playoffs, man, we'll see. But right now,
but still, you got playoff LeBron, man. He still ain't even kicked in like he really want to. So, you know what I mean? People got to really understand that LeBron ain't gonna start playing his game until the playoffs kick in.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Whatever he got left in the tank, he gonna exhaust that through the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's how I really see it. You know what I mean? Right now, he's just trying to get to the finish line of the season. You know what I mean? And he's still averaging a light 18 to 20 points a game.
He's around like that 19 and 20, I think, still right now.
Yeah.
But even with that, LeBron being around that though, that's still good for what LeBron could be. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, but that's the thing. Like I said, years. He's been saying it for years, man. He's been wanting to get to the playoff. That's what he wait on. Like the season don't even matter. You know what I mean? I know I'm probably kind of fast forward conversation, but I got to bring this to people's attention too, because it's been a lot of that MVP talk type of stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wembanyama done moved up in it, all those type of things. There was a conversation speaking on how Jokic had consecutive MVPs and looking at the dynamic of how it's going to go for Wembanyama. You know what I mean? And the other cast people that's up there. Now, you know, they always giving credit to Jokic about his MVP seasons, right?
Yeah.
The thing that trips me out the most is LeBron could have had, if not, probably over 5 or 6 MVPs, man, throughout his career. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could have had a few
years he was so good. It would trip me out. It was years he was doing the same thing Jokic was doing outside of the triple-double type of thing, but he was doing things within that realm of dominating the season, and it was just like, well, that's LeBron. He's supposed to. Now, when you have that same consistency from Jokic or whatever like that, his name still falls up under that umbrella of MVP. He does it again, this and that. If this person is just as consistent of what like LeBron was doing in his previous seasons prior to him aging and getting older, why is it he's not getting the same amount of kudos or wasn't given the same kudos during that era too? You get what I'm saying? Because he was so dominant, man. You had to get his dude MVP every year.
So I'm gonna say this. So the problem is with most of this right now, especially when we talking about the young LeBron, when he was like literally could have been considered an MVP any one of those seasons, other than his rookie year. The thing is, they don't like to. This is my thing. They don't like to give those MVPs to these young up and coming players too early or too soon for some reason. The same conversation about Wembanyama right now. They trying their best not to give him MVP, like real bad right now. I get it. I get it. He gonna get a defensive player of the year. It look like he got that in the bag. But my problem is with this man. Dude is doing stuff in the less time he's doing it, and then his team is winning the way they win it. It's not like he out here. It's not like he out here just on the team. He's just the only guy, and he's putting up all these big numbers by himself. He's actually got a team around him. They all collaborating together, and he's putting in the work in less time doing what he's doing. So imagine you got a player that ain't even playing 30 minutes, but he's your best player, and he putting up all these numbers in a certain time he's putting in. Like I think Williamson is probably averaging like what 25 minutes a game or something. Yeah, I don't even think he averaging 30 a game this year at all.
Yeah.
So imagine you got a guy that's averaging the numbers he's putting up a game. Man, I don't even know his stats is right now this year, but imagine having somebody like Williamson that's probably averaging somewhere around like a double and somewhere around about 4 blocks a game, I believe.
Yeah, at least 3. He averaged at least 3 blocks, man. That's still
it's something like that. Whatever it is, the thing is, with him doing what he doing with the less time he's playing, bro, that is unheard of almost, bro.
Which makes sense, you know what I mean? But I'm saying this even in the moments where LeBron won MVPs. And what I'm stating is when he won MVP and he was still having MVP years, after the wins, it was still just give it off to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Because it was just like, man, LeBron, you're supposed to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Just like Jokic right now, like I said, like Jokic, like, man, it's almost considered you supposed to do that, even though it might be elite numbers. It's like, man, you're supposed to do that. It ain't the same energy they were giving off when LeBron James were having them same moments throughout the year. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like I say, I give kudos to Wembanyama, you know what I mean, to keep things current. You know, understanding that he's dominant. Like the last game, he had the fastest double-double in the first half of a goddamn game. Like, you know what I mean? That was a quick time. But at the same time, you know what I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Maybe it might be progression of the league. You know what I mean? I got to give it to him. But it's just crazy how seeing it then, where it's like, man, LeBron, you know, all that LeBron hate throughout the years. You know what I mean? Now you got Jokic doing the same thing LeBron was doing, or similar to the same elite levels. You know what I mean? His might be a little bit more elite within stat line, but the ideal of it is you still keep throwing his name out there, or he always the front runner at some point, or you know what I mean? It just was never that case with LeBron. So that's just crazy.
So I'm looking at Victor Wembanyama the numbers right now. Mm-hmm. So he's averaging basically 24 a game, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks, and he's shooting 50%, bro, from the field. 50% from the field now. Mm-hmm. Them numbers are pretty crazy, and they're not showing how many minutes he play a game, but I'm pretty sure it's not over 30. I know that. I know it's not over 30.
Yeah, which is smart.
That's what I'm saying. I know it's not over 30. So the thing is to me, it's like, bro, this dude doing some numbers like this, and he's not even playing 30 minutes a game, bro. Now imagine he plays 30 to 35 minutes a game. What you think his numbers gonna look like?
You know what? His numbers would be crazy, but the Spurs are doing something smart, man. Like, I would lighten his load because he comes in with a burst of energy, man, to where he's going to produce from the time he touched the floor. So that is something very smart that I like what they're doing. If he's running at least 25 minutes a game, because you put him on 40 minutes a game, man, that puts you prone to injuries to me. So, you know what I mean? Him running at that 25-minute mark with the games and things like that, I'm loving it, man, because shoot, the dude they're gonna do some elite stuff, and you coming in with a burst of energy where you more effective within that short span too. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? And the great part is he know how to play well in that short span. And that's one thing about it. Some people have to take their time and have to play 40 minutes to get adjusted. He's doing this jump within a short period of time.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So he ain't got to run the whole 40 minutes of a game and try to produce. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's doing it on a level where he can probably, even if he's doing 30 minutes a game or 32, that's still a dominant role in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so basically, I'm looking at the Lakers. So the Lakers are 49-26, and they on a 9-1 in the last 10 games. So that lets me know what it's looking like. And all the top 3 teams from OKC, San Antonio, and LA, all 3 teams are 9-1 in the last 10 games in the Western Conference. So like I said, that West, man, that's gonna be a tough one up in that. Like I said, that top 4 and 5 up there, that's gonna be, boy, it's gonna be a rumble there, boy. It's gonna be a rumble there. Now, Denver, I'm gonna say this: Denver, they look good. Don't get me wrong, Denver look good right now, but I really don't think Denver gonna be as good as we think they are in these playoffs against teams like San Antonio, OKC, and I want to say the Lakers too, really, to be honest, because right now, what I'm looking at the Lakers, Lakers don't pull it together this year. It's kind of hard for me not to see them boys not playing at a top tier level in these playoffs this year.
Now, hypothetically, if the Nuggets play the Spurs, they may have a chance. And the reason I'm saying that is because it depends on how Wembanyama plays, man. If he's composed and he plays a patient game, the one thing about it, you got to play up against Jokic, and you know how Jokic is, man. He's like a jittery, glitchy type of player sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's not quick. You know what I mean? He's not crazy agile, but the thing about with not being quick and crazy agile is you can commit more fouls if you just, you know what I mean, if you impatient. You know what I mean? And I think with Spurs being inexperienced, that's going to affect them a lot, especially with Miana, because once you get in that first part of the playoffs, man, you got to get the crazy jitters out of the first couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they're going to go up against the Spurs in the first part of it, but you know what I mean? If the Nuggets or the Spurs end up going up against each other at some point, man, that's going to be a task, man. You know what I mean? That's going to be a task there, but that's going to be a good game.
So the first round we looking at right now is OKC. They're going to be playing the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
You got San Antonio. They'll be taking on the Phoenix Suns. Then you got the Lakers. They'll be playing Houston. And that's going to be interesting if that even work out that way. Because like I said, it's been a lot of changing all the way up until the end of this season right now. So we don't know what this is going to look like by the time the end of the season. But if LA playing the Houston Rockets, though, in the first round, I actually like that. And the reason why I say that, because I've been talking about this at the beginning of the season and even up to this point. Houston is still a threat to me, regardless. They having a little rough patch right now. They still a threat to me right now.
Nah.
No, I'm telling you. The only reason why I say this is because you still got KD you got to deal with. And especially they got this young, energetic group they got still. They ain't like these guys just a pushover team. Now, last year, we going to say this. I heard a lot of other shows, people saying last year Houston Rockets team was a lot better than this year. Somewhat. But the only thing I think, like I said before, Houston is missing a point guard, bro. If they had an actual point guard, this team would be a lot better than what we're seeing right now.
Right.
If they had an actual point guard.
And I think that's their Achilles heel. Like, you ain't got nobody that really can control the game. If you let KD have to be the scorer and the ball handler, man, you're going to wear that man down on the first two games. And like I said, the Lakers still got experience behind them.
Mm-hmm.
You got Marcus Smart, that is an experienced player and effective defensively. You might think, see, this is thing just like I look at NBA and the NFL. You don't see that real style of play until the playoffs hit.
Mm-hmm.
If they playing at 100 right now in the season, they're gonna be at 120 in the playoffs in the way they play. They're gonna go above and beyond. So you know what I mean? That sleeping giant of LeBron James, like I said, that's the worst thing you want to play in the playoffs. And then you still got Luka, bro. Like, Luka get a hot streak going.
So that's the thing I'm talking about, though, with both. Put like this, with LA having these weapons like they do, they got some lethal weapons. They ain't like some regular stuff they got. No, they got some heavy hitters over there. Any night, either one of them can go for 50 or 45 or 40 or 30 or 35 or something like that. So the thing is, these jokers over there, they actually got pieces over there that actually make sense for them to be like, okay, we can turn it on when we feel like it. But the problem is with them sometimes, they I don't know. We gonna say this right now, like I said before. The team is on page right now. Everybody on the same page right now, it seems like over there in LA. Mm-hmm. So it seems like they don't figure it out. But when the times they don't have it together, that's be the biggest problem. And honestly, they still a threat when they don't have it together. That'd be the crazy part. They still a damn threat. They still in the game some kind of way. But that'd be the problem for them sometimes. They just ain't on the same page. So now, you know what I'm saying, where LA at right now, look like everybody's on the same page. They kind of got an idea of what their team look like. And like I said, hopefully when they get to these playoffs, they're going to turn it on and keep it like that the whole time. But my biggest fear for them is them Game 7 series, they playing Game 7 series against teams. And they have to keep that same consistency up. I'd rather see them get teams out of there in between, like, if you could sweep a team or get them out of there in 5 or 6. Going into Game 7 series, I really think that's gonna be a part that's gonna hurt them.
But I feel that LeBron, like I said, their experience in having that 7-game series against the Rockets, that's what's just going. Like I said, that was going to take the Rockets out.
I'd rather see the Lakers. I would rather see the Lakers get the Rockets out of there at least 5 or 6. If they could sweep them, that's even better. But I would want to see them get the Houston Rockets out of there a little sooner. They give LeBron James a chance to rest and get a break.
And the thing that tripped me out, man, is why didn't the Rockets at least go get like a Dennis Schroeder or something? Like trade for a Dennis Schroeder as a point guard. That would have been a good pickup to me.
But I think a lot of teams, I ain't gonna say they ain't been looking at Dennis Schroeder. But the thing is, he's playing with Cleveland this year. Yeah. So the thing is with him, I don't think he was like a target for them like that. Because you remember they got Van Vliet. And for him to be injured for the rest of the season, that was a blow to Houston right there.
But that's what I'm saying. When it got to the trade deadline or getting towards that, you know what I mean? They at least should have made some moves to get them at least veteran point guard that can control the game. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. The only reason I say Dennis Schroeder, because if you look at him in Cleveland, he still played with a high burst of energy, which matches that style of play that Rockets come with. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I kind of just tossed his name out there. Now, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be a mesh made in heaven, but at least you got a experienced point guard that can control the game, and you got somebody you can at least say, okay, but he is a feisty ass player, bro. If you ever seen him play in Cleveland, man, the dude get busy, man, especially defensively and offensively.
So Shay
he's a walking bucket too.
Okay, so Shay said she can't see them sweeping the Rockets though. I'm gonna say this now. And I'm gonna come back to what we was talking about. The only reason why I believe they can sweep the Rockets is because the Rockets have been very inconsistent the last maybe 20 games. So you got to think about it. It seems like they burst at some point of the season, and you see how it's just trickling down. And most of it is because, like I said, they don't have the pieces they need. They don't have a point guard. So, and then you got KD. He's been the shell of himself right now. He's showing his age a whole heck of a lot because he's doing so much for the team over there. And it's like, bro, y'all don't have like a 27-year-old KD. Y'all got a 37, 38-year-old KD over here.
Yeah.
That man wearing down, bro. You just see it. Don't get me wrong. He's giving you what? 25 here every now and then, maybe 20 here. It's just, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? You know the KD that you would get if he had the help he really needed. But I'm gonna say this. I ain't trying to sound like all these other people that be like, how much help you need. Like, nah, but you gotta think about it. When you got players that's up in age like that, they need it. They need it. So you can't just say how much help a player needs when they looking like that, man. Them players, man, they've been playing for more than 15, 16 some plus years. Just imagine what them knees feel like.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I think the Rockets gonna at least take either game 1 or game 2. But I really think Rockets gonna take game 1 and then the Lakers gonna take it over from there.
But sweeping the Rockets though, I can see them getting swept by the Lakers if they play them. Like I said, I'm not gonna say I don't think so because I'm just saying,
KD
bro.
got one good game in him. He ain't gonna.
No, KD gonna play, but if it's a gentleman's sweep, it's still the same thing. What I said, either it have to be 5 or maybe 6. I really want if they had to play the Rockets, bro. I really want them to get it out of there in 5. To be honest, just to give LeBron that break so he can be ready for that second round, depending on who they play in that second round.
Yeah,
because you still got Minnesota. You still got Minnesota sitting out there. And that's a whole nother team you got to deal with. So you got to think about it. That's a whole nother animal you got to deal with. They ain't no simple pushover either. So you still, it's like over there in the West, bro. It's a whole bunch of juggernauts over there. You just kind of sit back, just waiting just to see who gonna goddamn get up out first. That's all it is.
Yeah, and it really, I'm looking at the playoff picture now. When I'm seeing it kind of rotate over to the East. And it's gonna be, you know what I mean? The Hawks, I love them dearly, but that's gonna be a tough matchup playing them Knicks, man. They got to play the Knicks. That's gonna be an interesting game.
Let me look at it.
that's gonna be an interesting game.
Okay, y'all. We got 112 people in here right now. I appreciate everyone. If you like to subscribe to the show, it'll help with the visibility of the show, man. We appreciate y'all coming in. We appreciate y'all coming in. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, you said the what team is you looking at on here?
I was looking at the Hawks and the Knicks.
The Hawks and the Knicks.
Yeah.
So hold on, Hawks sending. They got the Hawks in the 6 right now. Dang, they ain't in 5th no more. Oh man, I ain't even see this. So okay, so they in 6 right now. Okay.
I'm talking about that's the best situation they need to be in, though.
The Hawks and the Knicks. I ain't gonna say that's the best, but it'll be good to see it. Just to be like, okay, let's get the Knicks. Let's get hope to the Knicks now than seeing them later. You know what I mean? But
I'm saying this a more likely chance that they'll get to that second round of the playoffs. But that's still a tough game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, like I said, the Cavaliers got a nice little lineup. You move up that goalpost of being in 5th, you playing the Cavaliers. You still got to play against James Harden and that boy Donovan Mitchell. So,
what's up, Brenda?
So that's a
welcome to the show.
A headache waiting to happen too, man.
Yeah. Nah, but I ain't even know that though. They sending 6 though, bro. That's crazy, bro. So but that matchup though definitely is to me. I'd rather in these cases when I see teams like New York playing the Hawks at this point right now. You know what I'm saying? They playing them in that 6 spot, 3 and 6 right there, right? It's good to see it there because now you see them top teams playing against each other, and now the Hawks is being as hot as they is right now. Hey, bring it on.
For sure.
Bring it on. And it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a real good game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very good game. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they'll be prepared. They'll be more prepared for Cleveland in the first stage of the playoffs. Like even though they got their streak going, I'm still looking at it in a 7-game series. How you gonna be able to handle those Cleveland Cavaliers in a 7-game series? You know what I'm saying? And that there, I wouldn't want to deal with that. I wouldn't want to deal with Boston Celtics in a 7-game series. Pistons, I ain't gonna lie, they gave the Hawks a run for their money. So and they didn't even have a Cunningham. So that's gonna be a rough one too.
So Shay says she glad that the Knicks don't have that damn coach Tom Thibodeau anymore. Which I'm glad they don't have him either because the way how he coaches, he's known for running his players to the ground. He's known for running them right to the ground. Like it don't even make sense the way how he drag his guys, man. He don't, like his starting 5, he runs them to death. Like he can play them until them jokers goddamn blow a ACL. He would play them all the way to that point till that happens. But it's good that
that's all on a player too, though, man.
No, Tom Thibodeau, he real rough on his star players though, man. He pushed them a little bit too hard, and he don't be thinking that using his bench makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have a bench for. He don't use his bench enough.
But I don't think they bench deep enough to kind of, do a swap like that. I don't think they bench like that. The way they kind of got their roster constructed, it don't look like their roster is like fitted to move too many parts. You know what I'm saying?
But you talking about
the only good part I give Tom Thibodeau, he's a great defensive coach.
No, he's a great defensive coach. But what I'm saying is, we talking about Tom Thibodeau when he was there. We ain't talking about what's going on now with the new coach that's there with you got Mike Brown that's in New York now. Which Mike Brown, I'm gonna say this. One thing about Mike Brown, I'll say this. He's more of a coach that kind of listens to his players. You know what I mean? He's not one of those coaches that you know what I'm saying, just like I said, the Tom Thibodeau situation. Run your guys to the ground, see they can't run no more. He ain't one of them coaches. Because Tom Thibodeau don't think like a coach that knows that I have an 82 regular season games to be played. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot, and we're not even including preseason. We're not even including doggone the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you got to think about. That's an 82 game season, man. So you can't play your players like they dogs, man.
Yeah, but they say now, you know what I mean, and it just from other players speaking, they say they don't practice as much. You know what I mean? So shoot, if you ain't if they're more laxed on practice and you know what I mean, they don't have as many sessions as they used to back in the day, then you know what I mean, shoot, for you to play a full game shouldn't be a issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because shoot, I can see if you practicing every day, like you know, especially like how they did through high school and going up to college and all that stuff in previous years.
Mm-hmm.
Like if now they more laxed on those type of things, man, you should have a better engine when it comes to playing in that actual game.
Nah, bro. I hear what you're saying, bro, but it's different when you don't use your bench enough, bro. You wearing your players down. We talking about your starters. We ain't talking about just some role players. We're talking about your starters. Some of your starters are your stars. But you running them to the ground like he does these players. That's why you see Derrick Rose with the injury he had. That's why you see a couple of other players from the past that had these major injuries that was under Mike Thibodeau at the time when he was coaching some of those teams in the past. A lot of those players had like career-ending injuries, bro. That wasn't like no simple injuries. So he really did a number on them guys, bro. And he affected a lot of careers and a lot of teams, man. But
old school coach, or what you think he gonna get?
Old school coach or not, bro? It's common sense. But Shay said Mike Brown is almost a black. So Mike Brown's almost a black tips. I don't know. You know what? I ain't look at it that way. I don't think he's like a black Tibbs, to be honest. Because he don't coach like Coach Thibodeau like that. Now defensively, he got somewhat of a defensive game. I'll say that Mike Brown do got some defense a little bit. Just defense schemes he be having, but he don't remind me of no black Tibbs though. Like that's Tibbs a little different, man. He be out there cracking the whip.
Yeah.
He be out there cracking that whip, boy.
Well, like I said, we gonna see how them playoffs go though. But I think that's still always a tough matchup, man. Like Mike Brown, he was a good coach when he was in LA. He was decent, but you know what I mean. He was coaching some headstrong players, man. So you really wasn't really coaching. You know what I mean. A lot of times you don't see a lot of these coaches that actually perform their job strategically, because a lot of the players, they got some headstrong star players, man, and they kind of control the game and manipulate how things go at times. So, so like now, you know what I mean, especially Mike Brown, like now I don't see him being that type of direct coach either in this moment. I think he, like you said, he allowed the cast of players to kind of manipulate the game to some degree. You just make it seem a certain way. You play the game good, you know, make it seem like he coaching like a lot of us do. But you know what I mean? I think he do give star players a lot of leniency. You know what I'm saying? I definitely say that.
All right, y'all. We got a couple people still in here. We got 85 people in here right now. Please like and subscribe to the show. Like I said again, it helps with the visibility of the show. We appreciate y'all coming in. Shay also said he also was a great assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, I think he's honestly, I'm gonna say this. I think he's a better assistant coach than he is a head coach. Let's say that. The only time I could see him as a good head coach when he does have a lineup that's built to win. Let's say that. That's the only time I see him as a good head coach, when he has a lineup that's built to win. When you have a whole star-studded lineup, I could see him being a good coach because he really lets the players kind of like dictate what goes on as far as like with the plays and how they're going to run things on the court. You really don't see him actually running plays as much for those type of players like that. But as far as like when he was with Sacramento Kings, you seen what he was doing out there. He really was trying to coach. But don't get me wrong, he did okay out there too. But it was more like he actually had to do some work, and you can see the frustration on him in certain games and stuff. They even had like certain times they was doing interviews of him when he was in his practices, and he cussing out the players and stuff in the practice, trying to get them together in the practice, man.
Yeah.
So it's like certain stuff that you can tell a certain coach what their lane is in that type of field of you know what I'm saying, or work that he's in. But yeah, he to me he looks a lot better as an assistant coach than he does more of a head coach.
You know, you're 100% right. Oh, it's just like assistant coach is just like a six man. You know what I mean? You ain't dealing with the whole stress of the game when it first starts, or the major decision, but you got that calmness to actually watch the game and understanding where the game moves, and then when you have an opportunity to affect the game, you have an opportunity to affect the game. So I think Mike Brown is better off on that assistant side. You know what I mean? A lot of people ain't never been in that head coach position, man, where you got to make those decisions right on the spot. You know what I mean? And it's all on you whether, you know what I mean, the team sink or swim, whether you're coaching or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think Mike Brown, he does a very good job as an assistant coach. You can tell he's a little bit more calm. You can just tell when he's in that lineup of coaches that he's a little bit more calm in how their decisions are made, you know what I mean, in his role. Because he might just be looking at the defensive part of what to do. He might not be looking at the offense. He might be just specialized in that area.
So you have Mike Gerard. He said the Golden State Warriors are old and they're done. Yeah, they're definitely old, and I'm not gonna say they're done, but I'm gonna say this: they're not competing for nothing. I can tell you that they're not competing for nothing. Golden State, really, honestly, they just need, like I said, just like most of these other teams, like the Houston Rockets we're talking about, they're missing pieces. Like Houston needed a point guard. Golden State need what? A legit center. They've been needing a center for a while.
Man, they need a new identity.
They need a legit center. They need some more young players. That's some up and coming star players. Shoot, I ain't gonna say honestly, man, they need a lot of stuff. And then with Moody going down, that really hurt them right there. And they're gonna need another shoot, man. They need a lot, bro. Golden State actually need a lot right now. Like I said, they bad right now, but it could be worse, bro. They could be looking like damn they could be looking like damn the Washington Wizards right now.
yeah. You know what I mean? They in 10th place, so they in the play-in, you know.
Yeah, but
they in position for it. But the thing about it is
they ain't gonna be able to compete with them boys, man.
Teams, that's one of them teams I don't want to see in the playoffs. That's kind of like a waste of space and opportunity. You know what I mean? If they do thrive, then that's great. But my opinion, I don't want to see Golden State in the playoffs. I think that's kind of like a non-competitive situation. You know what I mean? You just gonna get in the playoffs and mess around and get your ass swept. I guarantee. You know what I mean? That they're gonna get swept by any team they go up against within that 8-man spot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see them coming in and saying like they're gonna change the stakes of the game. I don't see that. Like, I just see like when they come in and get in the playoffs, they're gonna get their ass blown out from the first game. Like, I don't see it. I don't even see that it makes sense. They need to go ahead and get ready to start preparing for
get ready for this draft. I don't know what I don't even know what kind of picks they got for the draft this year. They need, but like I said, what they definitely been needing though is a legit center. See, they fucked up with letting go what's the kid that came from Memphis?
Oh, you talking about
I can't think of his name, man. The big boy,
Wiseman.
Wiseman. Yeah, they messed up when they let him go. And that boy had a lot of potential. They just had to give him some time though, man. They was still a good team with him on that roster, which was crazy. They fucked up with that one real bad. To be honest,
it's finally come to the light of how Steve Kerr coaching is, man. He a confidence crusher, man. Sometimes, and I think he destroyed that boy confidence. Man. Like,
they was rushing him though, man. That boy, he kind of gave. I'm gonna say what he kind of gave me when he came in. Now he wasn't a Greg Oden type to me as much, but he literally came in and gave you maybe a couple of rebounds. He was averaging like 10 and 12 or something like that. So he was all right for what he could do early on, and he was young. The boy was like, what, 19 to 20 years old when he got drafted?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, man, that was kind of crazy that they made that move too fast. But don't get me wrong now, we haven't heard none of Wiseman since. But it would have been nice to see. Yeah, but
and
he ain't been here.
He did his thing in the Pacers. He doing straight over there.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you ain't been. But I'm saying you ain't been hearing much of him as like one of them players that had like a breakout season yet. I haven't seen it yet until he's been more on that same level he's been when he came in. You know what I'm saying? Still around that 10 and 12. He may get 10 rebounds. I don't even know I wonder if he's averaging like maybe 8 rebounds a game, maybe.
Nah, he ain't doing that.
I'll look into it because I think he's averaging.
I seen the games, man. He ain't doing all that, but he still, got potential. But the thing of it is, like I said, it's kind of how the league goes, man. And to me, like I said, when they got him, I feel like it was already going to be some form of interference when it came to Stephon Curry, Klay Thompson, because you had to feed the young man the ball, man, and Draymond. Like, you had to feed him, even in the essence of. He came in where Golden State was still Golden State.
So I'm gonna say this, bro. We talking about James Wiseman this season, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it's terrible, boy. It look bad.
It ain't all the way there. But I'm saying
it's bad, boy. I ain't know it was this damn bad. It's bad right here, though. His best actual season was probably was with Golden State. Matter of fact, it was with Golden State and Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
His best seasons. And the crazy part is, if I tell you what his stat line for this year is 3-2, and that's it. 3-2, bro. 3 points, 2 rebounds a game, 50% from the free throw line. And which, like I said, you ain't been hearing much. But I think a lot of times, man, I think when them players like that, when they on a team like Golden State, and Golden State, they was a contending team at that time. I think players be motivated, especially he was a number 2 draft pick. He looked more motivated going to that team. But I think when you trade a player like that, you send them somewhere like that too soon, and you crush their doggone freaking whole confidence, it just don't pan out when they go to them other teams. Because now they got to get used to going somewhere else and getting comfortable over there. Then it's all the other stuff that's going on outside of that too. So it's not like they're just a simple, I'm sending you over there. He gonna pick up the same production he did with Golden State. You don't even know the system over there the other teams going to.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that play the part of that.
The business, like you ain't mature enough to understand the business concept of it. So you know what I mean. You getting traded, that already gonna shut you down. That already gonna throw a little wrench because you're gonna feel are you good enough, or you know what I mean? Did you get traded for a goddamn can of tomatoes?
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
them tomato cans, boy. Them damn tomato cans. Tell you, boy. Hey, boy. Looking at his numbers, boy. His numbers like tomato can numbers, boy. That right there crazy. I wasn't even expecting that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that, bro. Damn, these tomato can numbers right here. But I'm gonna say this. He must got hurt this year because he only played 4 games this season.
He got hurt some. I you know what I mean? I gradually took a peek at some of the stuff he did, especially early off of the season, because I was surprised when I seen him with the Pacers. You know what I mean? Because he had to go down to the G League and came back up.
Yeah, because he played 1 game. He played 1 game last season with the Pacers. He played 4 games this season right now. So, so he really is not really that. We don't know if he's good or not at this point. He's not even playing. So, hey, man, like I said, at the end of the day, bro, I'm going to say this. When he was at Golden State, he looked good. The numbers he had in Golden State, it was 11, basically almost 12 points a game. He's averaging 6 rebounds and almost a block a game. His numbers were pretty good coming in as a rookie. Like I said, if Golden State would have just worked with him, kept him there, I think he would have turned into a pretty decent role player, if not a pretty decent starter. He wouldn't been none of that, but then like eye popping, unless he would have had, some seasons that would have, turned up some way. But yeah, he would have been pretty decent though, man. I ain't gonna say he was gonna be like a Doran that played for Detroit, and Doran is another one. Now, I noticed, I knew he was going to be something when he got drafted. I said, nah, if they get him time, he's going to turn to something. And look at him. He kind of remind me of like a souped up Ben Wallace almost, bro, with some offense.
Yeah. And you know what I mean?
He got some size.
And he really not, his offensive game is not eye popping.
No, bro. It's that old school bruiser
that's what
offense,
I'm talking
bro.
About. That's what I'm talking about. It's not like he hitting you with a whole bunch of crazy moves.
It's no post moves, bro. All that. That's
straight post though.
That's a bruise. That's a bruiser there, boy. He gonna go into your chest, and he going up. He ain't the one goddamn finna do all those nice footwork moves and fancy, you know what I'm saying, jump shots and hook shots. Nah, he's getting the rebound. It's a boom boom shoulder into your chest, going up. It ain't none of that soft stuff with him, bro. But like I said, he gives more of that Ben Wallace type game. I'm not gonna say he's like a Ben Wallace as far as like he's blocking shots here and there, but he's an enforcer. You can tell he's an enforcer on that defensive end, and on the offensive end, he's more like I said, he's a bruiser.
But see his situation is Ben Wallace was one-sided of the game anyway.
Yeah, he was deep. Ben Wallace was more defense. That's all that was for him.
So he didn't put more energy into offense unless, you know what I mean, he was getting like an extra rebound or potentially getting the lob.
Yeah, most of his buckets was garbage buckets. Most of us was garbage buckets.
Yeah, but like Duran, he's really the anchor right now. He's the damn anchor over there. So he's basically in the same position when Biana in. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta play both sides of the ball. So, you know what I mean? You're gonna lack somewhere, but like I said, for him, he surprised me. Because I seen what he could have potentially did off defensively leaving college, but to see him dominate on the offensive end, but like I said, yet do it in a style where it's still in the old school method and they utilizing it the right way too. Because that's the sad part about it is the league was stepping away from this big man game and now he's resurrected. Which is crazy as heck that you resurrect a big man game that it's super easy. You right by the damn basket. Like you right by the basket. Like the players now, damn near just as much massive as they was back then. Like if you look at Durham, man, the dude is freaking huge, bro.
No, Durham, he's massive now. But what I'm saying is, now back in the day, they literally legitimately had like legit bigs. Like those bigs back then, it's not even close to what it was back then, bro. They had some real bigs back then. Like when you saying they had 7-footers, your power forward to your center was every bit of 6'10" and up. All of them was humongous and they was like built. They wasn't coming in like how these boys coming in now. They coming in thin. Some of them don't look like they even touch the weight. Some of them look like, man, listen, bro. Don't even like they even supposed to be out there, man.
Look at the length though. That's what I'm saying. See, then you still deal with, like back then you still had a Muzzy Bowl, you still had some smaller guards.
Oh,
you
got
6'6" across the boards on majority of the team. So what I'm saying is still with that height level and you still stepping away from the rim and you willing to take a goddamn 3-pointer and you only a few inches away from the damn rim. You know what I mean? Like those are easy buckets. And the crazy part about it now is in the era back then, you at least run like a 2-3 or something where you clogging the paint. These folks are running a spread and they playing all the way out the 3-point line with one man in. That's how you even know that Derwin is getting them buckets because they spreading the flow out so wide. And he has an opportunity to go to work with a one-on-one, and you know you can't beat me one-on-one. You know what I mean? Just think if Shaq had this same scenario where the court was spread, he was trying to get people to spread out so he can just play a dude one-on-one. It would never happen. Now, shoot, these folks goddamn, like I said, even went beyond it. These cats want to be all the way out there on the 3-point line and stuff, like want to do the moves and, you know what I mean, be Kevin Durant, let's put it that way. and not understanding, man. You're like, come on now, man. The laws of physics, man. Like understanding how close you is to the rim, man. You can preserve most of that energy.
Your high percentage shots are more at the rim. We understand that, but the thing is, like I said, it's so much finesse in most of these guys' game now. That's the problem. Everybody want that nice crossover and that nice pull up
jumper. Highlight moment, man.
They want that highlight. Yeah, it's not really necessarily. You got a lot of guys out there that's looking to come to a team and be this impact player as most should be. You would think they want to, but you know what it is nowadays. And plus the money is there now. It's like it's easy for them to get them millions now. Back in the day, you had to work for it. You knew damn well if you came in as a number 1 overall pick, your ass knew you was going to the team to goddamn contribute and try to get a team to a championship. If you didn't, you know your ass was goddamn getting shipped up out of there eventually. You weren't going to be there long, or you was going to be labeled as a damn bust, depending on what numbers you putting up. So that was the thing. That was the thing back then.
They ain't gonna say busting more. They gonna say a damn tomato can.
Damn tomato can. You can call them whatever you want to call them. Your ass, goddamn. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Your ass ain't goddamn. Hey, that one thing back in the day, them dudes really goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Was scared of being called a damn bust.
Yeah.
Now it's like they don't give a damn. Now it's like shit. The money there, so hey, it don't matter call you a bust or not. I guess now shit, they a bust, but they got all this damn millions of dollars. So I guess to them, they really don't matter. You got players like Zion Williamson, which we can't call Zion. He's haven't been healthy enough to stay out there long enough to be what we expected him to be early on. But now what we're seeing, he's giving us what we wanted to see the last previous couple of seasons, but he still need to have that consistency and stay healthy. If he can stay healthy and keep doing like what he's doing right now, bruh, Zion gonna be a problem, bruh. And I think, and honestly, I think they need to get his ass out of New Orleans anyway. They need to send him somewhere.
That's the problem, man. They got and they can't get rid of him because that's all you got. That's gonna bring folks to the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Who you gonna get out of this year's draft? That's gonna be eye popping is Zion. Zion still has a cult following behind him, man. Like regardless or not, he has a cult following. If he leaves New Orleans, I don't know what's gonna happen with that basketball team.
So Shay said Zion lacks discipline. So I get it. So this is my thing.
I don't think that.
I'm not gonna say he lacks discipline as much. I think it's just where he's at. If he get traded to somewhere like the Miami Heat, where the culture, as far as the actual organization, we ain't talking about the city. I ain't worrying about the city. I understand what's out there outside of that damn door. But if you got a guy like Pat Riley over there that's watching over your ass like an eagle all day, every day, you don't have time to go out and bullshit. You can't even go to parties like that. You can't even talk to certain chicks as much as you want to. Because guess what? That man breathing down your damn neck on and off the court. So you ain't going to have the time to do none of the bullshit. Or he going to hold you accountable every time you mess up. So it depends on the organization too. Because Zion's one of them talents that you really have to be on him and make sure he stays focused on what the goal is. Because when LeBron was there, LeBron already came. He was already setting the standard when he got drafted. Yeah. But when he went to Miami, he just made the standard even higher now. Now at this point, everybody got to be on point because he's the first person in the practice, last person to leave practice. He's doing all these other things trying to work on this game. LeBron was like goddamn. He was like Credible Hulk on steroids even more when he came to goddamn Miami. That man was already turned up before he got there. He just wasn't even crazy when he got down.
How I look at the Zion situation, you know what I mean? I don't think he lacked this one. Like when he first got in there, sure. Like his first maybe 1 or 2 years, you know what I mean, with the weight gain, stuff like that. Like I say, you just gotta look at his makeup, man. Like even if you went to a Miami Heat organization, man, dude is too damn explosive and he has that much weight on him, man. Like when you playing the game with that much energy and power, you're going to break something. That's just like looking at a high-performance car, like, drag racing cars. The motherfuckers hit with so much power that they'll blow a gasket or blow a piston right at the gate before they even get into the drive. You know what I mean? So I look at him at the same in the same manner, like regardless or not, if he does lack discipline, I think even if you even try to over critically work him out and put him in positions where he has to be like that overly conditioned person, I think
so what you trying to say? So basically, what you trying to say is Zion's a Ferrari with a goddamn Nissan goddamn engine. Basically, that's what you're trying to say.
Hell no. That ain't got nothing to do with that. What I'm saying is he's a Ferrari, but sometimes you can have some components on there where it just some shit happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can have great parts and parts still can break because you just play with that much force. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's just how the game is. Like you can play with that much force.
This is my thing though, D-Way. This is what I'm trying to say, D-Way. So I understand what you're trying to say, but this is my thing though about that. We've been watching LeBron play in the league. What is this? His 23rd or what is it? 23rd year, right? 23 years.
Right.
How often have you seen LeBron have any injuries that kept him out as much as Zion? And LeBron is not no small person. He's a big physical body dude, bro. Like, dude is literally 6'9", about 6'10", 260, 270.
But look at
think about that.
Though. Oh, he's 6'9".
And we talking about early on in his career.
But no, LeBron is 6'9", but look at his build, man. Look at his body makeup. Goddamn, Zion still look like he's top heavy, bro. So, regardless or not, look at the motherfucker that blew out his damn shoes in the Duke game, bro. And then
but that's different though. So that's different.
No, that's not.
But him blowing out
telling you is
that's freakish. That's freakish strength. That's different from like.
All right, it's just like let's put it as a car, man. Like just like you tune in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tune in the car where you tune it to where it won't overexert itself in certain areas. The same way with Zion, he's still going through that mature stage of how to not overexert himself on certain plays. Because if you playing like, or just like a car, if you move with too many RPMs going up, you're going to blow something. So just like with a human body, the same way, you know what I mean? It might be a crazy stretch of example, but let's get the idea correct. If you playing with that much force consistently, just like LeBron now, like I said, he's coasting through the season because he's like, well, you know what? I'm going to save my energy and I'm going to exert more of my energy in the playoffs. You know what I mean? If it happens in the playoffs. But when it comes to the season, I just want to be available to make plays because I can affect the game on these areas because he's got more mature, more older. Zion is still going through his adolescence and learning his body still too. So, like I said, until he find that controlled space like he's doing now, where he can keep himself available, because like I said, you can overexert yourself with too much force, man. They was even talking about how the boy land, man. The way he land is just too damn powerful, bro. And it was blowing his shit out. So, you know what I'm saying? It was just blowing his whole legs out. So just think of the whole situation. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, I'm not saying he's a Ferrari with a Nissan engine. I'm saying you just a Ferrari with a goddamn that needs to be tuned. You need to be finely tuned. I think in Miami, it could help, but then it could be a detriment too, depending on how his stature is. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's the whole point I'm trying to make. Everything has to do more with his the way how he take care of his body though. If he's not eating the right stuff, like they said, it's mostly the shit he eating down in New Orleans, bro. If you down there eating goddamn, gumbo, shrimp gumbo, and goddamn, what's the other shit down there? I can't even think of the beignets down there in beignets. All that shit down there, yeah, goddamn, hey, bro, you can't keep that weight together, bro. You ain't gonna be able to keep it together because you down there eating good every damn day. Shit, and you ain't in the gym. And I'm about to say you ain't in the gym enough. Cause shit, you on the road a lot of times trying to go play the next game. So if you eating more than you in the gym, think about it, bro. That's gonna happen. But if you somewhere like where Pat Riley at and they own you constantly, making sure that you're on a meal plan where they're trying to make sure you eating the correct stuff, day to day, because you got an 82 game season, bro. Got an 82 game season, bro. It ain't like it's a short season. So a lot of stuff that you're doing during that season, you have to goddamn constantly have to have a repertoire of what you're doing that's gonna help you through those 82. Instead of being like, oh damn, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, today I'm gonna have me some like I said, some gumbo or something today. Just because, hey, I ain't had it in the moment. Nah, bro, you can't eat that, bro.
He probably played good the last 10 games eating a bowl of gumbo. He was like, man, this shit been working, goddamn. I'm still gonna stick with the gumbo.
No, and Shay, that's discipline, yeah, and that is discipline. Basically, you have to go, you have to go to teams, but he have to go to an organization let alone, like I said, his environment.
You gonna go to Miami, man, and you gonna be enticed with women down there even more.
But we ain't talking. But I just said that though. We're not talking about the outside stuff. You got to think about Pat Riley is a different. He's a different guy when he's dealing with the organization. Like he actually keep tabs on them dudes. They be reporting back to him. He got people watching them, bro. Yeah, have you heard the stories about the Miami Heat, how they operate down there?
He got a contract and he got everything aligned in his contract of his weight and where he has to be at, man. It just, like you said, it might, like Shay said too, it might be the discipline, but at the same time, I just think his makeup is sometimes too, man. Like it's just his makeup sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think he got a Nissan engine, but like I said,
Well, I'm just saying, just from the perspective of what I'm trying to speak on, it's a Ferrari. But it has some tweaks somewhere. So if you got a Nissan engine that might be in a Ferrari, then that may be the case. But if it's not that, then what's the other stuff? Like you said, if it's the discipline, then that's just him. He needs to go to another doggone place with a different doggone outlook. You know what I'm saying? Other than New Orleans. New Orleans don't look like it's a good fit. He need to go somewhere that's a better fit. I wouldn't mind seeing him in Charlotte, to be real. Take him back to North Carolina. Shit. I think he'll be good in North Carolina. I don't think that's a bad look, to be honest. Hell, North Carolina need Charlotte Hornets need a better. They need they one piece away too, though. Charlotte.
Yeah. Shit. Bring your ass to Atlanta.
Shit, Atlanta. I'm gonna be honest. Atlanta just need a star player. Period. They got them. They got some there now to a certain extent. They got players that are arriving. That's there. Mm-hmm. But we talking about like an already built star player. That's what Atlanta need. That's what they need. But as far as we know right now, what we talking about with Atlanta Hawks, that was the topic, the hottest team in the league, though. Mm-hmm. They on fire right now, and I think they'll do well in the playoffs, though. But we had our time, y'all, man. We appreciate everybody coming in here. Like I said before, like and subscribe to the show. This was a good one tonight, man. We're gonna try to stay a little bit more consistent. But we appreciate everybody being in here, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Like we say, like and subscribe, man. You know what I mean? Everything helps. We appreciate y'all support and we appreciate your patience. I mean, it was great conversation.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one, man. But yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. The Not Forcing Vibes Show. You out of here.